May remember me. I'm your girl Val DeVarreaux, and this is my illustrious co-host.
Prince Dondi, how are you? I'm pleased to see you today. And we'll
Today
see you
we
next
back
time
at
as
it
well.
like crack addicts. We got a brand new show for you guys. It's called the Dondi and DeVarreaux Show.
Yeah.
As you may or may not remember, our show Woman to Woman was it was a show basically geared toward women, trying to give women tips and clues and just suggestions on how to achieve and maintain a relationship. But the Dondi and Devereaux show is going to be the flip side. You want to tell them about it, Dondi?
Well, first of all, we're going to talk about relationships, men and women, and our views on men and women relationships. Those things seem to be a pretty big thing right now. And I think that we should address those things as much as we possibly can and see the reasons why a lot of people say they're married and they're not married, the reasons why they have boyfriends and girlfriends and don't. And I think we should, address those situations because they're very important to me, I think. And I also think they're pretty much important to you as well. Huh?
Absolutely. Before we get started, I want to make a disclaimer now. The views and opinions expressed in our show are just that, our views and our opinions. If you are of the faint of heart, this is not the show for you. Because we are grown ups and we tell it like it TI is. And if you don't like it, keep it moving. But today, we're coming through to introduce our new show. We're part of the NMG network. And today we got a very interesting topic. Tell them about it,
Indeed.
Dante.
Well, yeah, I've had quite experiences. I'm quite sure a lot of people have. And we were talking about, women. And I want to name this show Beggin Bitches. This is really what it's actually called, the Begging Bitches. And I say that strongly because the fact of the matter is, let me tell you, and I don't think it's just me, and I'm not downing women and knocking women. I'm not doing that. Let's put that out there. And mass majority of the times, when a guy wants to date a young lady and old lady, whatever, it's like it comes into the thing about what do you have, what you don't have, and those type of things. And sometimes it can become a bit heavy. You know what I mean? And I do understand that nobody wants to date nobody that's nobody. It takes something to be somebody. It takes something to have something. I do receive that. But it's amazing when you date a young lady and you as a man, you have things and you want to share these things, you want to share these moments and things like that, and they want to tell you to get through the chase and what's in the deal for them. Well, goddamn, what's in the deal for you is what's in the deal for me. You understand what I'm saying? First of all, we got to get to know each other. But I'm telling you, I've had relationships, and it's not just me talking about where you choose, and that's what you don't. Hey, come on, let's not start that now. I'm telling you, because we know one thing for sure. You get with women, and some of them tell you in a minute, I need. They be, let me, loan me, let me have, bootlegging, and forever begging. And this is the truth. I'm telling you, they have no gripes. I'm telling you about, can I have this? And my son need this. And you be like thinking about it, man. You like, matter of fact, do you have any kids? And she be like, I got 3 kids. But Jesus with 3 different baby daddies, and then you don't have a car note. Your car note is $300 a month, but you can't make a car note. You got 3 baby daddies, so they can't give you $100 a piece to take their kids to and from school. And think about it, I'm getting very, very much worked up about the situation. And they tell you, I want a 6-figure making man. Okay, all right. How much do you make? Let's put it there. Either she don't have a job or she has a job and she says, I'm taking care of my kids. Well, your kids are not me. The fact of the matter is, I'm saying, what about this relationship? Let's get it together before you start begging me. But I guarantee you take her out to dinner. You go out to dinner with her. Say you pick her up, you take her to a restaurant. First of all, you ask her. You say, where do you want to go? Let me call you back in 5 or 10 minutes. When she goes and calls her girlfriend to find out one of the most expensive spots in the city of Chicago. Now, I guarantee, I've done this before. She says, let's go out. I said, where you want to go? Let's go to Jellyfish. Okay, you go to Jellyfish. I said, okay, fine. But I've learned now to say, we're going to go out? Yeah. Well, then, after she tells me where she want to go, I ask her, I said, what was the last 3 restaurants you went to? And I guarantee you it'll be McDonald's, Popeyes, and Kentucky Fried Chicken. It will be. But she want to take you out, and you spending that bill, the bill come up to $200, $300, $400. Now, I'm going to tell you a personal experience, and I'm not proud of it, but it happened, and hey, I'm sure all of us has been there before. Like they say, everybody play a fool sometime, and I don't mind. Look, I took this young lady down to Grand Lux. Anybody in Chicago know what Grand Lux is? This is a true story. And I took her to Grand Lux, and she was hungry. We're going to go to Grand Lux. I said, oh, we go to Grand Lux. We go in there, and it takes 30 minutes for them to cook your dessert, so you got to tell them what you want on your dessert when you order your meal. Okay, I go inside of Grand Lux and I order my meal, and you know, she ordered her meal. I said, well, you go first. She said, no, you go ahead. I ordered my meal, and I got went to the washroom, washed my hands, whatever, and came back. And the waiter was still there, and he was still talking to her, writing something down, and then he walks away. I'm like, okay, fine. We sitting there, we eating our meal, and she's twitching her toes, rubbing my thigh, talking, and we having a grand old time.
Mm-hmm.
Time go past, and it goes like come back to the bill, and that bill read, they go like $480 something. This man came out with bags like he went to the grocery store,
What?
and piled the bags on the table. I said, "What's this? We're eating." I got my grandmama something, and I got my mama something. I got my little son something. I got me a little something to eat. Oh, no, baby. We not doing that. So she looked at me and looked like I was joking. I told her, I said, baby, I'm not playing with you. I'm not going to pay that bill. I'm going to pay for what you and I ate. I said, I'm sure you can go in there and you can whip your credit card out. You can pay for your grandmama and your mama and your little son or whatever. I didn't take them to dinner. I took you to dinner. Mm. And all of a sudden she started getting worked up. I could see she's getting a little angry now. So I said, okay, man, I'll take the check for us. She said, oh, you want to chop it up? And, she got so angry. She was like, I can't believe you that cheap and what you're driving and you can afford it. Hold on, don't ever tell me what I can afford. You don't know what I can afford. I drive it because I can afford it. And because I like it. Not because you like it. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm not going to, just because I got something that you like and I can't afford it, I'm not going to treat your mama, your grandmama, and your son out to dinner like that. I'm taking you out to find out what kind of individual you are. Are we getting together? Or what's happening? We may not even jail. But I don't spend $500 to find out. And then, after I told her that, she's whispering to the waiter and going back and forth. That's okay, I'll catch me an Uber home. I said,
oh, wow.
definitely
she was real mad.
Yeah, she was upset. I walked her ass downstairs and told that valet, phew, bring that Porsche around. I jumped in that ride. I said, you have a nice night, mama. And I pushed on up out of there. I mean, damn, I'm going to spend my money like that. What? That don't make no sense. Then she called me back. You're a cheapskate. I said, look, you couldn't even pay for that meal. You had to beg that man to take that food back. And I was supposed to pay it. You don't know what I got in my pocket. I'm not going to do that. And the thing about it is I'm not going to settle for less. I want a young lady who's a young lady. First get to know me. Don't come at. One lady asked me for $1,800. Told me she was going to cosmetology school. How do you ask a person for $1,800? You don't even know me like that. I can't even get my hair cut inside of a barbershop. Well, I go inside this barbershop and I see the lady set up there. I don't get my nails done. I get special place. So I go get my nails done. Keep them right. Anyway, I go inside the barbershop. And this true story, man. And she got to talking to me, so she sounded good. And I said, man, you do sound good. We hanging out for a minute. She went to ride with Big Daddy. And we kicked it for a minute and everything. And once we kicked it, everything, she told me, she said, come on over there, kick her shoes off, threw her shirt off, her bra was on the floor in the corner. Oh, nine. Tell me, at the end of the game, 2:30 in the morning. Yeah, I know you're going to help. Don't you want to help me out? Hell no. I want to help you out the door. She's going to tell me, well, I got this $1,800 bill. They won't give me my licenses until I get this $1,800. I said, oh, okay. So you working on that, huh? You got a job, right? No, I need you to give me $1,800. I said, what your boyfriend do?
That was the first night you met her?
Yeah. Yeah. She gonna tell me the first night I met her, don't worry about what my boyfriend do. He do what he do. I said, well, you goddamn, you think I'm gonna lay up here with you the first night and I'm gonna give you $1,800? Girl, I don't care if you got gold dripping out your ass. I ain't gonna give you no $1,800. You got your, are you crazy? Are you crazy? $1,800. She and look, she didn't just ask for, like ask for real low and I wish you could help me, give me what you can. She said it with her chest out.
I said,
if I get $1,800, some big black and ugly gonna bite you. That don't mean me.
Oh.
Gonna bite me. I ain't gonna give you no $1,800. And she was salty and she called me back and gave me some of the most nastiest texts you ever want to see in your entire life.
Let me ask you this. Is there a certain age group that's specific to, or are all the females that you have dealt with, are they begging?
Let me tell you something.
Because this is like foreign language to me. I ain't never been a begging bitch.
Okay, well, let me enlighten you. Because some of you out there, I know, are going to say, oh, because he dating young girls. He dating, I don't have any children. Let that be known I don't. And I date younger. Yeah, let's put that out there. But I also have dated them 40s and them 50-year-old women. And believe me, they big even heavier. Now, let me tell you how they game go. They game go like this. They lay up there with you for a minute, get a couple drinks at the crib. You all laying back. You all listen to some OJ, some Luther Vandross, some Isley Brothers, and Teddy Pendergrass. You know how you getting up there. You feeling real good and everything going on, and she drinking that Crown, that Apple Crown.
Oh, people!
And she doing her
I
thing.
told him my drink, and he just took my drink and run with it. Got all the female friends drinking my drink.
A lot of them like it. They like it. Yeah. They get up there and they get to drink that drink and get talking, and next thing you know, her phone rings. She don't say nothing at first when you all begin to chop it up, and then all of a sudden the ring again, then the ring again. Then she come back and she have a little attitude. She keep on looking at her phone. I said, "What's wrong, babe?" My daughter, got my grandson over such and such's house, and the kid ain't got no clothes on. You be like, "Yeah, baby, but you know, I understand. I gotta give her $1,000 because her car done broke down." I'm like, "Oh, okay. Well, yeah, you gonna handle that." Yeah, and they'll come out right then and there, tell you, "Can you help me out a little bit? Can you sponsor me?" Hell no. $1,000, $1,500, them kind of bills. Because look, first of all, I would come out better. Let me be honest. I would respect you more if you just outright, I saw you, I say, "Man, look, I'm shopping, but I'm not buying anything." You see, because I'm a player from the old school. I'm shopping, but I ain't buying anything, so I'm just checking it out. You see? So tell me right then and there, say,
So
hey.
you just test drive.
Yeah, you say, look, if I'm peeking, I'm seeking. You dig? So if I'm peeking and I'm seeking, tell me what the price of the thing gonna cost me. And then let me determine in my mind, do I want to drive? You gonna charge me $300? Okay. Well, yeah, I'm gonna go and kick the tires and roll around the block a little bit. But don't tell me after I don't knock you off, you want this amount. You be so aggressive to say that I got to pay you, in other words. Come on, man. I mean, I'm not going for that. And these older women now, these older ones, in their 40s and in their 50s, and they beg harder when they get older. Trust me. God knows Jesus. Oh, they beg. Let me tell you something. Don't think those ones in their 20s and mid-20s, but the 30-year-olds, 40-year-olds, 50, they beg so hard, it's ridiculous. Because now they got bills. Some of them, they got bills now. They got a mortgage on it, they got a car note on it, and then they're going to try to take care of their son. Oh, Lord, Jesus. That part get me, because I'm not taking care of no other nigga. I ain't taking care of no other man. Be a black, white, and candy stripe. And then you want to tell me, come on, baby, let me slide on. Oh, Junior walking around up in here. Junior walk around here. I go to your house. He got 4 butt-naked women in there, but you can't walk around here with 1 butt-naked man. And then you going to tell me you want me to go ahead and spend my money on you? Oh, no, mama. And then you come home and spend the night. You got to rush back home the very next day when the sun get up. I'm still laying in the bed. I'm ready for round 2. You know, I'm ready for round 2. But yet still, you telling me, well, I don't want to hear you talking. I want to hear your jaws locking. You know, I ain't trying to hear none of that. But then you going to tell me, you got to go. I'm like, how old is your son? He ain't number 34. Lord! And, well, how old is your daughter? 33, well, send her to me. You get your ass out of here. And then, if I'm gonna pay, let me pay straight to the hole. Pay at the hole, that way you never owe. I'm not gonna give you $1,500. You gonna give your daughter $300 of it. Give your son $300 of it. Keep the rest of them. They gonna come back and tell me it wasn't enough.
Oh,
I'm tired of them begging bitches. They begging. I'm telling you, they begging. Night and day and night, they begging. Don't get me wrong, because we're going to get on them men in a minute, but I'm telling you how they beg. They beg with no remorse. Heavy. Like a pregnant elephant on the back of a rhino. And have no remorse. And they look at you like, if you can't afford me because I'm expensive, but I'm a spoil. If you spoil, you better get a job. You better do something in your life, because I'm not going to spoil you. You're too old to be spoiled. And if you're not doing it right, you better find a way to do it right to get that money. That don't make no sense. No. You don't make no sense.
I'd be shocked when he tell me these stories.
Yeah, it's true.
I have never heard.
It's true.
I mean, I don't talk to a lot of men who, but I know men who just automatically, they give their whole paycheck to their wives.
Yeah, them suckers.
What do you think about them?
Them suckers.
They suckers.
Them suckers. let me tell you something. 'Cause let me tell you this here. Let me tell you this here.
A lot of guys I used to work with,
They
they would
suck.
tell me they give their whole check, they work check, to their wife, and then they would live off whatever overtime or extra job
Okay,
they
all
could
right,
get.
all right, all right. Look, you know,
You know.
let me say this to you. Let me say this. I'm gonna say it slow because I ain't gotta say it no more. First of all, you got many type of people in the world,
Right.
and we're not gonna ask you, what kind of job was it? Is this your business? But my point is that if you got a man who
We'll
works,
just say it was a male dominated
all right,
job.
well, okay. If a man has worked hard every day, and he goes and take that whole paycheck, his whole paycheck, and give it to a woman, then I call her one thing,
What?
PIMP.
Oh, shiggity.
Now I'm telling you because I guarantee you one thing for sure.
Now, what if he says he's doing that to provide for the family? What if they have a few children? Man, what if they have 2 or 3 kids, and he just takes his work check and give it to her so that she can take care of the household and the children, and then he go and hustle and get him a little change?
Let me explain one thing to you. See, look, let me. This was.
What you think about that?
Here's a real big point. I want everybody to know this point because this is
Okay.
really serious. Anytime you work for anything, you work for it. Now, my daddy told me one thing when I was a kid coming up, and I come from a pretty decent family. My parents
Yeah,
had
they
money.
crazy as hell, but they decent.
Yeah, they crazy. That's fact. But one thing I can tell you is that if you work for that, if you work for that, I mean, that's old school. A lot of guys do that. But if you work for that, you have a right to rash that out. Now, understand that you're gonna have your kids, your wife wanting for anything, but yet still, it's in a relationship. It is teamwork. You understand? I wouldn't want anybody who have worked hard for their check to give it to me. I can't. I wouldn't want that.
I feel the same way. When I was married, we had a system where I came up with the system.
Yeah.
And my system was you work and I work. And my system was I sat my husband down at the time and I said, this is what we're going to do. We're going to add up all of our household expenses.
Right.
You're going to put in half and I'm going to put in the other half.
Right.
And then the other half we left over, we can put in our personal accounts. And it worked fine.
Well, that's
It
cool.
worked fine.
That's fine.
But I never at any point did I expect him to just come home and give me his whole check.
Well, a lot of people do that, and then she'll look at it. She'll look at the check. Oh, you're a little bit under. Now
That's
your
so
check,
ungrateful.
now
That's
your
so selfish.
People get like that now. They look. First of all, if I give you $10 a day tomorrow, you're gonna want 15. You see what I'm saying? So
That's
the fact,
so ungrateful and so unselfish, though.
Look, that goes down. That goes down.
I know. I
Yes.
worked with many guys for many years,
Yeah.
and they took their entire work check.
And I guarantee you.
And gave it to their
And
wives.
I guarantee. See, it's greater the guarantee than it is a promise. I can break a promise, but if I'm guaranteeing you something, one thing for sure, you can get your guarantee off of that. I guarantee you, they're gonna wind up, broke, begging, and starving, divorced from the boss, the kids in the street. However you look at it, they have nothing to prove from that. The fact of the matter is, like my daddy always said, I'll make a bad hustle out you if I just give it to you. And I have pretty nice things in life right now today. I've been blessed. But I tell you one thing for sure, I paid for everything in the world in which I've got. But I never got all I paid for. Write that down, because I know you can have that, Jim.
But you know what? I always came up short because I was never raised to be a begging bitch. I was always raised to be self-sufficient.
Well, how'd you come up short? How would you figure that you came up short?
I feel like I came up short because the begging bitches had more than I had because I'm working off my own shiggity. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm not asking, still to this day.
Yeah.
I don't ask for nothing.
Okay, but
I feel like I'm old school, and I feel like the man I'm with, he's supposed to know. You are supposed to know you the provider. And if I express to you in conversation, just in conversation, I need X, Y, Z. In my mind, if my guy tell me, damn, my trans went out on my car. Now I've done this before I was in a relationship, and his engine went out. He needed a new engine, and the car stopped on him somewhere. I had to go get him or whatever. And I'm like, once we got the car towed to the shop, and they said, okay, your engine locked or whatever,
right.
You're gonna need a new engine. So he like, damn, this rebuild engine costs, just say, for sake of conversation, $2,500. He didn't have to ask me for anything.
Right.
I said, as his woman, as a woman that loved him, and I'm supposed to be your life partner. I said, okay, baby, well, I got I got 1,200. You know, that's what I got on.
Well, that's not
I
a big.
just I just
That's not begging. See, that's a difference.
but I
See,
on the
you're
on
in
the
a
flip
relationship,
side, on the flip side though,
all right.
I needed some damn tires on my car.
Mm-hmm.
He would constantly bicker at me. Oh, you gonna have a blowout. Them tires look like onion
Did you
skins.
tell him you needed tires?
He was telling me I needed tires. I'm a woman. I just want to get in the
So
contract.
did you tell him he was gonna pay for them?
No, I didn't
Well,
say
see, let me tell you
anything.
something.
I'm a
Remember-
self-sufficient
remember-
woman. I was
remember-
raised to
let me
take care of
let me explain-
myself.
Let me explain one
So I
thing
just
to you.
went my ass and bought me 4 tires.
Let me tell you how the American way works now. A closed mouth don't get fed.
Well, see, I wasn't raised to be a
a
begging
closed
bitch.
mouth don't get fed.
But I felt short.
And-
You see
and-
my point, though?
Look, let me tell you, you didn't fall short. The fact of the matter is, you didn't reach long. You got to reach long. Ain't no come falling short. If it's
I mean,
about-
but now I feel differently. I understand what you mean
right.
now.
But my point is that I understand that some people need things. Don't get me wrong. But the thing about it is that in other words, if you qualify, certified, bona fide to ask for it, then go ahead and so do it. So people say, oh, I should ask him. What makes you get the right that you have? We don't have a relationship. We slept together. If I sleep with one, we sleep together. And now you have the right to ask me. First of all, tell me how much the putang gonna cost me, and let me figure out if I'm gonna pay for it. You see, because some women, you may see one woman, you will pay $1,000 a matter, but some you won't give $1. So let me be the one to make that decision. Don't try to push it off on me after you done hand it to me. You know that's gonna cost you, don't you? It's gonna cost you.
Let me ask you this: at what point in a relationship is it okay for you to ask your mate for some money?
Well, you gonna feel it because the fact is, let me explain to you.
At what point do you feel like,
Well,
as a man?
if I'm in a relationship with her, first of all, if I made her my woman, which is a very hard thing for me to do, because I look for certain qualities. Actually, I deal with a lot of crazy women. All the ones I deal with are crazy, and that's real.
They got to be
I
crazy
mean, I
to
don't
deal
know,
with you, Dondi. What you talking about?
Maybe I'm a crazy magnet, and so I have
Crazy attract crazy.
My women.
I already know.
I'm crazy. I got a crazy woman right now, but
And I already know. I speak from experience.
My point is that, if you care about that person, immediately once you done made that person your woman, she can ask you for anything. And with your power, you would do it for her. You understand? It's not a certain time, because I may meet the woman a week, and next week she my woman, and she can ask me for anything. She got to drive one of my Porsches. And if I like her like that, she can go ahead, baby, go and take the Porsche out. And then some women I date 6-7 months, you ain't driving my Porsche. What? You better go and catch the Uber. So it depends on how you feel.
How you feel about the person.
Like
that's
Bobby
what
Womack
you're
say,
saying.
that's the way I feel about you. That's how I
But
feel
see,
about
the
you.
whole problem with that is finding somebody who you're on the same page with. If they don't feel the same way about you, then that's not gonna apply.
Let me explain that to you as well. Let's touch that base. Let's touch that base also. Because every relationship is always different. It's always one up and one down. Nobody loves each other just equally in a relationship. They tell you that they're lying. They're lying to you.
I believe that.
Either you're going to like her more than she like you, or she going to like you more than you like her. It ain't going to be no
totally
equalness in no relationship. No relationship.
Yeah.
It's even like that with God. God love us more than we love him. So you can't tell me that now. Fact of the matter is you're going to pick and choose your battles. And the fact of the matter is that you may meet a woman tonight at the strip club. Figure that thing, right? And you will spend a bank on her. Even though you've been with the church-going woman for 4 years and not give her $1 a dime. Like it's a crime.
I don't understand that mentality though.
Yeah.
What is the logic behind it?
Right, like Bobby Womack says, that's the way I feel about you. That's how I feel about you. It's not. It's at that moment. You catch you at the right moment. It's like when a guy get with a woman, she break up with her man. You know what I'm saying? She crying on your shoulder and tell you about their plans. You say to her, say, baby, I understand. And then she keep on pressing, hung up. And the next thing you know, she come over your house at 1:30 in the morning and she wants some of the crown, apple crown.
Got to have the ginger ale.
You go ahead and do that, or you go.
Got your apple wine can.
Right,
Don't put your little ginger ale in there. It's on the rock.
She has some of that Grey Goose to make her loose. Whatever. The fact of the matter is, you gotta catch them. It's the right time.
So it's time.
Time is everything, man. Time is look. The fact of the matter is, man, you gotta know when to do it. But there are women that's begging with no remorse. I mean, honestly, it's just ridiculous.
I was blown away when you told me that. I know it was one young lady that, was a friend of yours, and she was big as she could be pregnant. She was like 7 months.
Oh, yeah,
when I
huge.
met her.
Yeah,
she was huge.
Yeah,
Baby was on the way out.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like,
yeah.
When I met her, I'm like, why is she here? I know that ain't here.
Right. She come over, she's cool. I knew her,
But
I get my nails done when she get her nails done.
yeah, but the thing is, she ain't stopped begging yet.
Man,
baby in the world.
She look at here. She tell me about her problem. We sit up and chop it up, talk about film and things like that. I'm a musician. Tell you she want to play guitar. I talk to her. We just cool, because I have friends.
But where's your baby daddy at?
Oh man, baby
you
daddy.
You just gave birth
baby
to
daddy,
a newborn.
Baby daddy and some other woman making another baby. So that's how it go. He's just a sperm donor.
Where is your pride,
and
your
she
self-respect?
Let me have. I'm like, baby, I can't help you. Call your mama. She's a friend and all, but not that type of friend. We don't lend money. Not to those kind of friends. She's all right, but she got serious and very upset.
But this is my question to you. As a woman who's never been a begging bitch,
yeah.
Do you think I should? I just can't. It's just hard for me. My knees just won't work right. It's just hard for me. The word beg just don't sit right with me. But should I ask for money? Should I ask? I'm just saying. Should I ask?
Let me tell you something. Because you don't ask, man, so you never ask me. But let me take away that myth. I must take that bone from the table. Let me tell you this here. A person want to do it for you, gonna do it for you. That's no lie.
You don't have to ask.
You don't have to. That's your buddy. If a guy, I ain't talking about you gay or none of that. If you just got a partner and you telling your partner you got a partner can stand it, if you want to do it, he gonna do it. And female same way. If you want to do it, he gonna do it. He understand what your problem is. You know what I'm saying? He understands.
And you won't have to say no.
You want to say that. You tell him, hey man, you see I'm struggling. If you see me struggling and you're not trying to help me, then you're not a friend of mine. I'm not saying you got to take up the whole thing. You understand what I'm saying? But he got to understand if he's in a relationship with you. He's in a relationship with you because me, myself, I got to tell you, I ride slick. Lord. But I cannot be riding slick if my woman's on a bus stop. What kind of sense does that make? How does that make me look? Let's get honest now. How does that make me look? She's on a bus stop. She got a 7-day pass. She got a 7-day pass, but I'm riding slick, blowing my horn, waving at everybody. That don't make no sense.
Right.
But the fact of the matter is, I'm not going to pay every one of your car notes like that. You know what I'm saying? I may knock out a couple. You catch me on a good day, I'll knock out 6, 7. I'll take it for a year. Matter of fact, I may give you a down payment for one.
But that's all contingent upon how you feel
It's how
about
I feel about that woman. It's how I feel about that woman. My dad used to always say the saying, we'll say something, Dad, I don't know why mama doing such and such. He said, man, hold on, that's my wife. That's when it becomes his wife. And that's not your mama no more. So now it becomes his wife. He'll check you in the door. Hey, man, that's my wife. Because then he let you know that's something personal. You know what I'm saying? So get off that conversation. You're not going to win. So that's how he feel about her. That's when they both passed, God rest his soul. But that's how he felt about her. You understand what I'm saying? So the thing about it is how you feel about an individual. But let me be able to have that feeling about you. Don't come in and rob me.
In the door.
In the door. I respect the ones that's any place I'm with a broad, I'm still talking, and she got 4, 5, 6, 7 friends, and I'll tell her, I say, I like your friend over there, and she talking to me, ooh, my friend like you too. And we get to talking, and next thing you know, she get talking, and she get to drinking that apple crown, whatever. She get to talking. So finally we get down to it before we go in here, and she dropped that linen and stopped that grinning. She tell me what the figure is. I respect that if this we going there. But if we not going there, then don't tell me what no figure is after it's all over said and done, because I'm done.
But
Get
so
the
you
hell
want
out.
the figure up front.
Tell me what it is up front. Don't play no game with me. Let me know if I'm going to pay for it or not. It ain't nothing wrong with it. Let me tell you something, fellas. Let me tell you, all you fellas something out there. It ain't nothing wrong with paying for it. Sometimes that's cheaper in the long run. Because sometimes you can hit that thing and not pay her no money at all. And perfect example, true story. This is no jive. I had a friend of mine. And we'd get down every Sunday. Every Sunday we'd get down. She'd come over to my condo, and man, she'd smoke, you know what I'm saying? I smoke my cigars, and we'd walk around the place. We'd play all the great music. And man, we get loose up in there like a couple gooses up in there. Man, one day, man, you know, I give her a few hundred. She come over, and she chop it up, and I said, okay, baby, I'll see you later. And she called me back on the phone about 2 or 3 hours later, calling me up in a fiery cry. Oh, God, Jess, what's the matter, baby? Slow down. What's happening? What's going on? Axle broke in her car. She needed a couple $1,000. The accident broke in the damn car. And I said, well, my axle broke. Can you help me? I said, well, I help you when you came over here. I don't owe you nothing. I don't owe you anything. So she was screaming and crying. You know, she got upset. I said, hold on, let me break it down to you, because I see you kind of upset right now. But call me back tomorrow. She called me back tomorrow. I said, listen, every time you come over here, I pay as I go that way. I never owe. You see what I'm saying? I pay in the dough. I give you this money, and sometimes you don't even ask me for it. I said, go on, take it. So that way I don't owe you anything. So by you getting upset with me because your axle broke in your car, that's truly on you, and I'm not going to pay.
So you have paid her up front.
I give her money up front all the time. Here, what you want? I give her 200, 300, 400. Bam, there you go, no problem. Christmas come around. I'm like, oh, baby, let me give you a birthday present. Let me get a Christmas present. Here, bam, I give it to her. So the thing about it, I went to sleep and I rest greatly because I didn't owe her anything. I didn't feel like I owe. What I owe her? Her axle broke in her car. That's on her. She's not my woman. I mean, when she come and do the nasty, we come and do the nasty. We both grown. We do our thing, and she get the hell out. Look. I pay them to leave. I don't pay them to stay. I pay them to get the hell out. So when you paying them to hang around, I'm not paying you to hang around. I don't need you hanging around like that.
You are brutally cruel.
It's true.
But I feel like that's what we need as women. We need that. We don't need anybody sugarcoating shit and blowing smoke up our ass. I know I definitely don't want that.
Exactly. So the thing
Tell
about
me
it,
what it is.
So,
what it's gonna be.
if you're gonna do that, do not beg them. Do not be a beggar. And what I'm saying is that when I'm saying a beggar, you know, don't ask me for $200 a day. You call me back 3 days later. Hey, what's up? I don't want to see how you doing. You really not calling to see how I'm doing when you say, well, can you give me 3 more hundred? You calling me back to get more money? You trying to bleed me? You trying to bleed me? You taking me down to the blood donation place to bleed my pocket? Hold on.
Well, you know everybody. Well, not everybody, but mostly everybody out here trying to come up now.
Well, goddamn.
Especially
I understand.
during the COVID.
You ain't coming up. Well, hold on.
They use the COVID for every damn thing.
I understand.
Oh,
I know she's trying to come up.
My water bill due. It's because of the COVID. Everything is
you and your
COVID.
children have drank that water. I've not drank the cup out your house. But do not try to put that on me.
But
Don't put that on me.
I need you to help me because of the COVID now.
I know you need me to help you, and baby, that's why. That is why I gave you a few $100 before you left out my house the other day.
You know what? The way you talk is almost as if you have to have a damn contract and how they sign it up front.
You know what? I appreciate that because that makes a lot more sense. You got some women that are much, you know, when your woman comes over to your house, you know, you feel great because your woman's coming over. You know, your woman come over, she cook for you, she get you what you want here, and your woman cook, and your woman give you good love, and it's there. You know, me myself, my woman never begs me, and I got to be honest with you. I'm thankful for that. She crazy as hell though, but. My woman crazy as hell. But I'm saying
I'm blessed. I got a man that cooks for me.
My woman gives me great gifts. I mean, she gives me great gifts. I mean, and I think about it. Sometimes I'm cruel to my woman, and when I say cruel, I mean I'm like every other man. I'm not thoughtful.
Well, you human. You're not without flaw. That's for sure.
Of course, I'm not. You know.
But you know, I believe when you're in a relationship, you got to take the good with the bad.
You got to.
If
you got to,
and only if
you have to.
The good outweighs the bad.
You have to. You really do have to.
Now, if that bad outweigh that good,
you got to get out. You got to get out. See, the thing about it, everybody can.
But you know it's real hard, and you know this yourself. It's really hard to find a person that's a good person that you like that.
Oh, yeah, it's true. Everybody can tolerate me. Everybody can tolerate me.
Well, see, you got a good girl.
I'm a hard cat.
One thing I know about you and that girl, you like that girl.
Yeah, I do. I like her.
And that's saying a lot.
I'm a hard guy. I'm a hard. Hey, look, let me tell you something. My buddies around me say, man, look. One thing about me, either you love me or you hate me. My buddy goes, how you feel about Prince? Man, I love him, man. That's my man. And someone said, "Man, I can't
stand him."
Now, I'm not gonna be in between.
I'm the same way.
It ain't gonna be there's no in between with me. Either you're gonna like me or you're not gonna like me, and that's the truth. You know, so I never try to be perfect, and I'm me all the time. If you don't like it,
I had a friend of mine that came through when I used to work at the airport.
Yeah.
He came through the airport and he asked one of my coworkers about me. And lo and behold, he asked the one damn coworker, a fag, who hated my ass. He said, "I hate that old pretty bitch." He said,
he kept it real.
He said, "Nigga, that's my motherfucking friend." Yeah. He said, "Oh, she's a bitch." He said, "Motherfucker, I'll beat your ass." And he almost got arrested.
Yeah, he kept it 100. He like.
But he told the truth, though.
Yeah, exactly.
I said you would ask the one damn person in my unit that hated my ass, the fag.
You know what? I respect that, though. I respect that because some of them don't like. But the thing
about some people love you, and some people just go hate you in the door. Ain't nothing you can do about it.
One thing I have to ask, why the person asks, why do you dislike him? And that's going to be the question to lay on them. Why do you dislike him?
Yeah, open up a whole nother.
And that's going to be a thing right there that's going to embarrass them.
Right.
But my point is that I'm the same way with women. I mean, if they say, "Oh, he talks harshly." No, I don't talk harshly about women. The fact of the matter is, I keep it 100. If it's the truth, it's the truth.
But see, as women, we're not used to men keeping it 100. Men dance around the truth. They sugarcoat shit. They lie.
Yeah.
And they don't tell you the truth. They tell you what they need to tell you to get what they want.
Of course, and I understand that.
That's it.
Because trust me,
when they run into someone brutally honest like you, it's shocking.
Yeah.
Because ain't nobody ever told them that.
That's true. And the fact that some of these guys lie to these women just go and get in their drawers, and
exactly.
sometimes they need to do that. They actually need to do that because it breaks their confidence of understanding that, hey, you ain't the guy. You look, the same thing you got, the crackhead down the street got. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got nothing greater. Now, you may think that it is, and you're supposed to because that's a personal matter. But my point is this, is that when you actually qualify, certified, and bona fide, actually to have the things in life in which you ask for or demand or go get, we will see those things manifest themselves because you will possess them. That's real. So, I mean, women tell me all the time, I said, come on, man. I used to have a tricycle when I was a kid. I don't have that no more because I became a man. You are used to as many things. I ate steak 2 weeks ago, but it can't fill me up today. Used to as many things. Don't tell I used to have, my man, I'm not interested in that. What is happening today is what's counting. This is the whole key. The fact of the matter is that they asked for 7-figure men. And he said, okay, you got 7 figures. Okay, you got 7 figures. Okay, what do you make, though? I'm making 7 figures, and what are you making? You're not making anything but a dime. You ain't even got a job. But you tell me before I get there, I got to stop by the liquor store. I got to go and get you a 3-5. You know, I got to come over here and I got to holler at the babysitter downstairs and get him $100, which I know you going back down there and pick that 100 up and get him 10 out of there and make it 90. So in other words, I'm getting screwed all the way around the whole circle. And then you gonna lay up there, we gonna go ahead and get busy. You gonna bust 5 or 10 of them things. I'm gonna get 1 and go home. Man, come on, man. I mean, let's keep it fair all the way around. It's all right to use me. Everybody being used. If I can't use, you use your friends. If you can't use a friend, why do you have a friend? Use me, but don't use me. Don't misuse me. Don't misuse me, but use me. And I won't stand for it. You understand what I'm saying? Listen, I got a very dear friend of mine, and he's a cool cat, and he's a heavy, and he moves with me. We go places and we hang out, meet women or whatever. Back in the day we still do that thing. But the thing is about it is that this one young lady pushed up on me one day. Oh, I know you're a friend. I'm like, that's cool. Yeah, we talked back in the day. I'm like, that's fine. At the time I'm single. So the bro come up on me and he sit up there, and my man sit up there, he drinks $500 bottles of champagne. He chops it up, he sits back. So the bro push up on me, and I respect this one thing I do respect about her. She got told, yeah, you got a lucky guy, yeah, you all cool people. So when in the middle of the bottle of champagne, she get to chopping it up. I said, okay, let's get down to it. What is it gonna take? So what's it gonna take for what? I said, come on now. You grown and I'm grown. I want to go ahead and knock it out the park. We're shaking. How much? Oh, look at me. She said, $1,000. I looked at her. I grabbed a glass, poured her some more champagne. I said,
you gonna get a little more drunk. No, number come down, the drunker you get,
here
baby.
Come, I hand her the glass, and I say, now, if you just said 200 or 100, I'd have went with you, but you ain't the $1,000 kind.
Oh,
Pushed on. Nah, she had a friend that came in 20 minutes later. She didn't charge me a dime. She just got up off of me. You know, and I tell you, man, she didn't charge me a dime. But boy, she could. If she had asked for that $1,000, she could have showed
She would have got it.
She'd have got it. I'm telling you, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm right here and tell you face to face. She would have got it. If she told me 1,000, I would have gave her 1,200. I took her home and didn't give her a dime. Man, and then she gave me seconds in the morning.
Oh,
and then cooked breakfast for me, fixed the coffee.
Ain't that nice?
Yeah, boy. So I mean, hey, you know, sometimes even the garbage can get lucky.
Ain't
A
that
blind dog and a blind squirrel catch get a nut every now and then.
Ain't that nut? Ain't that
that's
nice?
true. So I mean, hey, so I looked up. I mean, I won't give it to her, but her friend sure deserved it. She didn't ask for it. But I mean, I'm glad about it. Well, we still mess around every now and then back in the day before I had a woman a while back. But hey, man, she could have got it. She could have got it. If she had pressed on it to begin with, when I told her that, I said, come on, baby. I said, come on, what's that ticket? She said, what ticket? I said, what's that ticket? What is it going to cost? She said, I ain't going like that. I like you, and I'm going to hang out with you. She said, I want to ride you, Big Daddy. I said, come on, mama.
Oh, my.
Just told me like it was. Now, if you come to me and tell me what it is, then we go ahead. But don't come and beg me 3 or 4, 5 days later. But look what I did. You ain't did no more for me than I done for you. As a matter of fact, I done more for you. I got you off 8 times. You got me off a half a time. Period. That's real talk.
The exchange ain't no robbery, baby.
Ain't never been. Ain't never been. So
it is what it is.
And wait, I don't want to sound like I'm just pressing on the women like that, because you got this thing. You got men who are hobosexuals.
I promise you, people. I promise you, I didn't know that was a real word. I thought it was
Look
some
it up.
nigga that he made
Look
up.
the word up.
It's a true word. You can Google it. Hobosexual.
Sexual.
I Googled it and I was outdone.
Look the word up. Look the word up.
It's a real word.
And you got these broke, begging men who come up in there knowing, let's get real now, knowing that you don't want this woman, but you're going to live with this woman from October until March because you don't want your feet to get cold. Lay up in there with all 8 of her kids, 6 of her baby daddies, and you're going to take whatever she going to give you. And then you're going to go ahead and beg in the morning when she finna go on a hard-working job for $3 or $4 so you can go and get you a 40 ounce. And where you can try to figure out a stang. I'm telling you. So you got these men like that too now. Don't get me wrong. I'm telling you, you got some of these men who don't want a job. They will not get a job, period. You see what I'm saying?
I feel like women have done that to men. I know so many women that I know personally who just buy these men. It's like nobody wants to be alone. I was single for a real long time. You know that.
Yeah.
Long time. By choice.
Yeah.
Let's make it clear.
Yeah.
By choice.
Right.
Because everything that was biting at me, baby, I was throwing it back.
Yeah, right.
Everything that I was catching on the reel,
right.
I'm throwing that shit straight back.
Right.
I'm like, so until recently,
yeah.
I'm newly in a relationship, but I was single for a long time, and it's like them niggas was just like, I'm not, you not finna come up on me.
Right. But let me explain it to you.
And so many women that I know personally, they're paying car notes, they paying phone bills, they buying their clothes, their shoes.
Yes, they are.
And I don't understand, how do you expect anything out of this man?
It's a number. It's a name to that, and it's called the Dick in the Freezer. Let me explain
what?
it. Yes, it is. That's what it's called. It's called Dick in the Freezer. But let me explain that to you. The reason being is because ladies are creatures of habit. And the thing about it, a lot of them, they will go back to their ex-abusive boyfriend before they go and try something new because they feel safe there. See, women want to feel safe. You see what I'm saying?
Well, yeah.
And the thing about it is that they'll take that abuse, they'll say this, they'll say that, so they can feel safe. But that is not the whole ticket, because one thing about it, if you feel safe and you don't have a peace of mind, it means nothing. It means nothing. So what we have to understand as people, and women have to understand this as well, you know, you done made that man your son. You know, you done made him your son, and yet still you sleeping with him because you done gave him everything there, pop his car over. Then you say, hey, baby, you got a couple of dollars you can be out in the streets with. Then you got to come back and hit you up with it. So think about it. You put him in a position where he going to constantly ask you over and over. But you like him asking you because you know one thing about it. He going to get him to another woman's face he just meet. So you know now he gonna come on home until he meet another one like you, and then next thing you know he gonna start playing you. Then you gonna really hurt because the fact that you gonna spend all your money, all your time, and all the rest of the stuff you done spent on this man. You understand what I'm saying? So the thing is that what we must do as an individual, we must find happiness and peace within ourselves, and not get mad at nobody because they can't make us happy. We have to make ourselves happy in that. And the thing about it is that it's okay to be single.
It is.
And as a man that has been single, it's okay sometimes to go home by yourself and to sit up and watch a movie. It's okay for that. It's not bad that you go in and watch. You got to have a woman in your bed every night. You got to have a man in your. You ain't got to do that.
I know. I agree.
You have got
150%.
to. But one thing about it.
But you have to be that strong of a person. I was single for many years and I was at peace. One thing I had peace of mind.
Yes, that's great.
I didn't have no stress. I didn't have no strain.
Right.
Sure, I had lonely nights, but them nights I curled up with me a nice cold glass of apple crown and ginger ale. Played my favorite tunes and laid it down.
Right, but the thing
got
about
up
that,
and started all over again the next day. But you have to be a strong individual.
That's right. You got to be good.
You got to be at peace with yourself.
That's right. That's right.
And you got to love yourself first.
Only thing another person can do for you when you're in a position you're not headstrong. What they can do for you is just look. A strong man cannot make a weak man strong. He cannot do it. She cannot do it because that weak individual gonna make you eventually weak. Because one thing about it,
that's
a person,
true.
look,
That's
one
so
said
true.
that a man with strong habits, he has real good habits, and you hang around a man with bad habits, he gonna eventually gain bad habits. You see?
And you can never bring someone up to your level.
No.
I tried it a couple of times. I tried it twice. Don't work.
You got to reach within your range, and if you're not reaching in your range,
you have
it's going to be bad.
You know that old saying about you got to be equally yoked. I totally subscribe to that.
I understand
you must.
that, and a lot of people get that wrong too. So let's clarify.
You must.
Let's clarify that. Let's clarify that because everybody says, "Oh well, if I'm making 200,000, 300,000, she got to make 200,000, 300,000."
No, you got to have
no.
That's not what it means.
That's not what it means at all,
No.
everybody. That's not what it means. That's not what it means because she could make 50. And yet still be on that level. That's right, because the fact of the matter is her thought pattern is
exactly
her
mentality.
Pattern. See, the thing about it, being poor is a state of mind.
Yeah, it is.
Being poor is a state of mind. See, the thing about it, a person may be poor. And I was just discussing this with brothers earlier today. They may be poor, but there's nothing wrong with them being poor. But it's something wrong when you want to stay poor.
Exactly.
You see, because there's plenty out here. No matter what I guarantee you, if you want a car, look outside and see how many there are. If you want a house, look outside and see how many houses there are. If there's anything you want in this world, you say, "Oh, I want to be with somebody." Look outside and see how many couples there are together. So if you really want it, you can have it the same way. You mustn't put yourself in a bottle and say, "I can't do it," because everybody else is doing it. Lesser people are doing it and have done it. So we must keep our mindset of understanding one thing about it. See, when you take a person as into a relationship with you, it takes a part of you.
Right.
So when it takes a part of you, it can either make you stronger or it can make you weaker. Depends on the individual. Some people walk out a relationship and not be as hurt, but ain't nobody walk out there unscathed. You believe that. Because you understand you're going to be upset or angry about it because you're like, look at this simple sap sucker that made me upset about something which I shouldn't be upset about. You see? Mm-hmm. And vice versa. But the thing about it, we must also remember one thing about it. We can't look. There are many singers and artists, and one of my favorite artists of all the world, I'm not going to mention his name, has reached down into the cesspool and is having tons of problems right now. There was nobody not even yoked, let alone talking about equally yoked, not even yoked. So you pull that up out of the cesspool. What do you expect? You walk past a cesspool, that's a shithole. So what are you going to get out of there? Nothing.
Some shit.
That's it. So you cannot put yourself in a position of saying, okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and grab her and make her. No, you can't make nothing. They gotta have that bread in them. They have moral values. You understand? There are many things that I don't see eye to eye my woman on. Period.
Absolutely right.
Oh no, no. It's a lot of our values, but
it has to be within them.
The overall understanding is the key. You see what I'm saying? I don't want to be with nobody thinking just like me. I don't want you to think just like me.
Right.
Because that's the case, I'll just date just me.
Absolutely.
No, I don't want to date me. No, I'm not trying to date me. Because a lot of things about me I don't like. and I can't stand and wouldn't stand it for a minute.
You gotta have that balance.
Yeah, so,
You
man.
gotta have that balance.
And that's the truth. So you have to pick and choose your fights, but yet still don't reach down to a place, man, that's ungodly. You gotta reach in there and you gotta pull out something. I gotta have me somebody. Well, man, if that's the case, man, look, what I'm gonna do for you is I'm gonna give you a pound of Vaseline and a ton of naked books and porno flicks, and you go in there and handle your business. Cause that way, man, you ain't gonna be hurt at the end. I'm telling you.
Absolutely,
So
it's
you gonna put yourself in a position.
I find that a lot of women are afraid to be alone. It's like, I remember when I was working and I was single, and the haters. The guys, like if a guy gave me a compliment or something, but she ain't married, and I'd be like, bitch, I've been married, been there, done that. Yeah. It's overrated. Could be tomorrow if I chose.
I understand.
However, that didn't define me. That didn't define me.
It doesn't. It does not. It does not.
And it's like so many women that are, they're afraid to have that label.
Well,
they don't want to have that label.
Because they're still not sure about themselves. See, that's
and
the
that's
thing
exactly
about
what
it. They
it
got to be
is.
sure within themselves.
And you are absolutely right.
You got to be confident in yourself no matter what you do. People say to me, Prince Knight, you don't have any children. I don't. I tell you one thing for sure. I got a whole bunch of nieces and nephews. That's sure.
Enough, right?
Oh, yeah. I got a whole bunch of nieces and nephews. My woman has a child. But my thing is that it doesn't matter whether I have kids or not. That's not the point. The point is the character of the individual. You're Everybody's not made to be a parent. And then a lot of these parents right here should never be a parent.
They should never be.
So that don't matter to me to think
I
about
agree
it.
With that 100%.
It don't lessen me. It doesn't lessen me, but it lessen the person who says some comment about it because they don't even understand how the plan go. It was made for you. Believe me, I don't care what it is. Whatever's for you is for you. I don't give a damn if it's nothing but a good ass kicking. So you're gonna get what's coming to you. That's a fact. And when it's coming to you, not a day sooner. So people don't understand exactly how this thing in life itself actually works.
But what is that saying you always like to say? Life is not.
Life is not.
It's not a destination.
It's a journey. It's a journey.
And everybody's journey is
different. Because today, like I was telling
right.
the guy, I said to him, look, today you may say, man, I can't wait until I start making 100,000. Then you make that 100,000. You're gonna have another goal to go. Man, if I was only making 100 and a quarter. Then it's gonna be another. So journeys in life. And he said, man, I can't wait till my kids get big. Your kids get big, and you still gonna have another problem. My kids get married. All the kids get married. Now you got another problem with the grandkids. So life is a constant journey.
It's constantly changing.
It is not. That's one thing that's constant is change.
Absolutely.
It is not.
That's the only thing that's really guaranteed.
That's right. It's change and death. So the thing about it.
You're right.
That's right. So we're not going to a person who puts value on a man or a woman, you understand what I'm saying, of the status of saying, for instance, they're not married or they have any children or whatever, and then you look at them and say, oh, you got that because you don't have any kids. Man, other people we got all kind of habits now. Always got habits.
True.
Hey, I know I do. I work out constantly. I tell you, I buy cigars by the cases, and they are no cheap cigars, I tell you. So in a box of cigars, I can buy $800-900 a box. So you can't tell me what people do, you know what I'm saying? It don't matter whether you have kids or not, you're going to spend it anyway. And then I tell you, I've heard it several times, I've never seen a Brinks truck behind a funeral anyway. You ain't going to take it with you. You got to spend it.
You can't take it with you.
You can't. But the thing about it is also you got to keep in mind, be mindful that, hey, I'm going to be happy regardless of what the next one says. Now, if it takes you to be happy and the other person to be sad, then so be it.
Choose your happiness.
Right, choose your happiness, choose your medicine.
You absolutely right.
Fact.
In the door.
Yes.
In the door.
Indeed.
People, I hope that you have enjoyed our show today, and I hope that we have provided some enlightenment and enrichment and just a little bit of education for those of you out there. The topic was begging bitches, begging. So, I'm not going to say it's not okay to ask, but I just feel like give it a little time. That's just my personal opinion.
Well,
give it a little time, lady. Don't come in the door.
Pick who you dealing with.
Or either like you said, tell them the cost up front.
Up front, you know what I'm saying? Hey,
what is this gonna cost you?
Exactly.
Up front. Tell them up front.
Give them a choice.
Yeah, but don't
try to sneak it in. Don't tell Joe Frazier to punch.
Yeah, don't go through the act and then come back and be.
Yeah.
You know, that's just not how it goes.
It's a fact.
Now you know what? We have a number. if you would like to call and comment, you could even leave a voicemail, or you could always call in live, with your comments, questions, or concerns at 1-872-307-3828. And you can feel free to join in on the conversation, or you can leave a voicemail. We'll play your voicemail live, or we'll play your question live.
Say the number again.
And the number again is 1-872-307-3828. It's called the Dondi DeVarreaux Show, and this is our first opening show today. So this is our introductory show today. And we'll be coming back every week live, and we'll be talking about different topics as they pertain to relationship in today's day and time, and different situations that we run into and that we encounter, and we welcome all suggestions, all comments,
Yes,
is
most
welcome for sure.
Yeah.
So you got any closing remarks, Dondi?
Hey, keep it real. Go with what you feel. That's all I tell you. Enjoy yourself, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, until next time, I'm your girl, Val DeVarreaux.
And I'm Prince Dondi, and you guys take it easy.
And we wish you all health, happiness, and prosperity.
Indeed.
Stay safe out there.